live from White House, Tennessee. The defending national champion Christian Community Colts continue their 8-man legacy as they try to win an MTAC championship for the first time under the tenure of Jordan Flanders. They host the Riverside Christian Academy Knights, who also look for their first time of getting to the MTAC playoffs of Division I. It's the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. And welcome inside our broadcast. Welcome inside our broadcast booth. Spencer Thompson and Isaiah Austin ready on call here from White House, Tennessee. As we said, the Christian Community School Colts, defending national champions, lost in the MTAC championship to the South Haven Christian School Patriots. Looking to get a first championship title under Jordan Flanders, as well as looking to just make up another playoff appearance with losing a lot of firepower from their senior starters last year. Meanwhile, for the Riverside Christian Academy Knights, they're down one referee. They're down in this regard. There it is.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen, making sure our referee's microphone is equipped, but we're ready for the game. As stated, the Riverside Christian Academy Knights looking for their first chance to get into the Division I playoffs under the leadership of Travis Creasy. And Isaiah, we look at both of those teams, and of course CCS still has a lot of firepower from last season, but losing some important senior leadership.
Yeah, they lost a lot of senior leadership, but because of their JV system, they were able to reload and be able to pack out a roster once again. But I think Riverside has a chance of making one of the biggest jumps in the MTAC this year from last year. Last year didn't have a great season, had a lot of players go down, but this season they did have their quarterback go down, but they were able to correct it early. And with John Trahan leading the way, they can see if they can turn this season around from last year.
And you especially look at the Christian Community Colts. They are stacked on their coaching staff. They have Daniel Meek on their side. They have Benjamin Pugh on their side from FCA, as well as the rest of the Christian Community coaching staff, including Tommy Thornton, who's been a long-time defensive coach for the Colts. But Riverside especially has Travis Creasy, and they've got some of their guys who have continued from last year. They only have one senior to look up to. They have a big sophomore class and several juniors. What's it going to take for Riverside to pull off the ultimate upset?
Well, I think it's going to be guys, a lot of guys that are young. They have not a lot of experience on the field. But if those guys can come out here, not be freaked out, and just take this opportunity to prove the entire league wrong, then they'll be able to hang around in this one. It is all heart in this one. As a first game, they can make it so they don't make as many mistakes, play for all 4 quarters. We can see a ball game tonight.
We're definitely going to see a ball game here right from White House, one of the most intense ones we broadcasted so far. It's the Christian Community Colts defending their national championship title in their home opener against the Riverside Christian Academy Knights on the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week.
National anthem. Our prayer today will be led by Mr. Jerry Rowley. please remove your caps and let's send up a prayer to the Lord tonight. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day in which you've given us, for your blessings upon us. We thank you for this beautiful evening. We thank you that these two teams have assembled. May they play with good sportsmanship in a way that's honoring to you, play hard and physical, but at the end of the night, join hands as brothers in Christ. May we in the stands and coaches also participate in a way that brings you honor and glory, for you alone are worthy. For it's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Tonight's referees, Larry Tidwell, Fred Prather, linesman, Carson
And
Dozier.
live again from
Line
White
judge,
House,
Howard
Tennessee,
Trammell. Back judge,
the
Gary
Colts
Nicholson,
of
and
Christian
the opening
Community
night, Odell
are about to
Bradley.
emerge from the banner
We'd like to thank
as they
the Cubs
begin
for
their
providing medical
defending
services to
national
your CCS
championship
athletics
title.
and serving your CCS
Champions
Colts
of
football sidelines.
champions of the nation,
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome
but
the
not
Colts
champions
on the field.
yet of MTAC under the leadership of Jordan Flanders. And the players are coming out to the center of the field with the captains for both teams. And Isaiah, we just look and wonder, is Christian Community going to do it again this year?
Well, it's going to be exciting to see how they respond after this championship run, but they still are yet to have a MTAC championship under Jordan Flanders. So they seem like they're very prepared to do it this year. Let's see what they can do tonight.
And of course, the only senior for Riverside this year is John Trey in number 25. Of course, they have several juniors and sophomores, so it's going to be a looking up to John Trahan year this year for the Christian Community Colts.
Yeah, John Trahan, expect him to have a big game. Last year he put up stats that nobody else in the league could. He wasn't in MVP contention just because of Riverside's performance last year, but expect to see another big game out of him and see him emerge as the lone senior leader on this team and lead this team to hopefully a respectable record this year.
And it looks like Riverside won the toss. They have elected to receive. So Riverside will get the ball, the side opposite to the scoreboard for the first half. Kickoff just moments away for the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week.
And Riverside has opted to receive. The Colts will be kicking off here in just a minute.
And here it is. The Christian Community Colts with a franchise record of an undefeated season at 10-0. Their only loss in the MTAC championship. The Colts look to erase that from their memories and win an MTAC championship this year.
And Isaiah, we can say all day, every day that there are a lot of coaches who deserve an MTAC championship, but Flanders is the more one because of the amount of appearances that he's had.
Yeah, and I feel so bad for Flanders. He needs this opportunity to win. He's put together incredible teams over the years, just have never been able to win the MTAC championship. And I know with the incredible coaching staff that they have now, they have the possibility to make it and win in the championship this year. It's exciting to see. After a national championship run, this is the kickoff with the new team.
Not entirely new, as a majority of their seniors that come back into the season were juniors during that national championship run in 2017.
And the player to watch is Nathaniel Rowley in this one for CCS.
Yes, Nathaniel Rowley. And the other interesting note, of course, that we'll get to when Riverside's first offensive drive starts. And Nathaniel Rowley is now the senior quarterback leading the Colts, who are underway in their chance to defend their national title. Reception in the backfield by John Trahan. He's going to weave through to the 20, make that the 18-yard line, and the first offensive drive for Riverside Christian this year. And the interesting thing for Riverside in this season is that their senior quarterback got hurt on the first tackling drill. So they will definitely have to try some adjustments here this season, but wasn't their senior quarterback. I believe it was one of their juniors or sophomores. First tackle of preseason, broke his collarbone. So it's going to be interesting to see how Crutcher Ezell, the sophomore, steps it up. Crutcher Ezell, first offensive play. It's a pass in the backfield for Trahan, and it's Ezell can't make the catch. He could have been away on that play. Very brilliant trick move, but it doesn't result in a first down.
Oh, so close to getting a huge first play. That could have set the tone for the entire game.
Coach Creasy having a little smile on the sideline after that one. Knew it could have easily been a big play if the reception had been made.
Appears to be a fake smile.
It might be a fake smile. We don't know what he's thinking. Here's Ezell under center. Got two men in the backfield, I formation. Ball snapped, handed off. Here's Trahan pushing up the middle. His first rush of the season gets a gain of about 2 yards for 3rd and 8.
He gets about 1.5 yards. 3rd and 8.
It's going to be interesting to see what their attack is in this game. If they're going to try to run the ball or try to, with a new quarterback, try to pass it.
And, of course, we have talked about how John Trahan put up unbelievable numbers last season in his junior year. Obviously one of the all-stars for Riverside. Ball handed off. Here's 33, gets tripped up instantly. Riley Hall only able to make it to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 8. I believe Riverside will punt it away here.
And it looks like the Colts defense is back to where they left off.
Knights are looking at 4th and 8.
That defensive strategy for the Colts is under the leadership of Tommy Thornton, who has been a long-time defensive coordinator for Christian Community throughout this season. And Derek Jefferson in the backfield. It's punted off by Riley Hall. Here's Jefferson, just lets it go over. He muffs the catch but picks it back up. Here's Derek Jefferson trying to reverse. He's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line by several Riverside players. And let's see the first offensive drive led under Nathaniel Rowley.
And it's going to be exciting to see how this offense performs without the big guy at running back, Isaiah Webb.
Isaiah Webb, of course, graduating. I believe he's actually on the sideline for Christian Community this year. He's observing his team to see how they will perform in their season opener. So here's 1st and 10 for Christian Community.
That's Rowley in the backfield.
Nathaniel Rowley in the backfield, the man on the back. Slight motion on the play. Ball snapped, handed off. Here's a rush up the middle.
Picks up the shotgun, hands it to Dotterer.
That's Jackson Dotterer, the senior, for a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Gain of about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4. Colts.
Hurry up offense here for the Colts. Here's a rush up the middle, spin out. Dotterer is staying on his feet. Jackson Dotterer off to the races to the 18-yard line. Barely brought down by Trahan. First and a huge gain for the Christian Community Colts.
Yeah, Jackson Dotterer and Derek Jefferson, you should expect them to probably split the touches in this game. Both guys big, dominant players, as we see a huge run up the middle.
Christian Community attempting a hurry-up offense, much like Chip Kelly did in his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles, just trying to go back-to-back-to-back plays. And we have our first penalty of the game.
Dead ball. Encroachment. The defense. Still first down.
So that's an
5-yard penalty.
encroachment. First down and 5 with the defensive encroachment. Here's Rowley again in the backfield. Here's Jefferson behind him. And another flag on the play, likely a false start.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Still first down.
So we're right back to where we started a couple minutes ago.
2 penalties back-to-back on the offense and defense, so first down and 10.
But that's to be expected. It's week 1. He's still getting the jitters out.
Ball snapped, handed off. Here's a rush up the middle attempted by Jefferson. Progress stopped with a loss of 1 yard in the play, 2nd and 11.
He gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like Riverside's rush defense has gotten a lot better this year. Last year they had their struggles, but this year it looks like they're penetrating the line of scrimmage a lot better.
Second and 11. Here's Dotterer in the backfield with Rowley. Ball snapped. Rowley fakes the handoff, pitches it to the right side. Huge bring down for Riverside in the backfield. 3rd down and long for Christian Community.
Loss of about 8 on the play.
Ball snapped. Rowley in the shotgun. Pass on the left side. Nice catch and off to the end zone. Touchdown for Brooks Pugh and the Christian Community Colts.
Touchdown. Let's hear it for
Nathaniel Rowley has a great arm, and that's why I picked him as my unofficial MVP pick for this year as of the Jamboree. I mean, you could just see his arm. If we can get a replay there.
Looks like a replay from Lancaster last night. Well, it's still a good replay
it was
to
still
look
a good
at.
Play.
I mean, yeah, just not able to get the replay on that last one. 2-point conversion attempt. Here's Rowley. Left side pass is way overthrown, intended for Dotterer. So the score is 6-0 with 8:16 left to go in the first. The Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week is brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way. And TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. And one of the great things, ladies and gentlemen, is we have James Shannon in for a scoring update. What do you got for us, James?
Hey, guys, 9:20 into the game. Warriors fumble recovery, about 20 yards for a touchdown. So Warriors up 6-0. Classical just had a good kickoff return, so they're in the red zone right now.
All right, thank you, James. James being at the Bowling Green Christian Academy Warriors hosting the Franklin Classical School Knights, your alma mater out there in Bowling Green, Isaiah.
Yeah, and for any young team, rebuilding team, one big issue is taking care of the football. And that's something to look out for tonight if you're at that game right now.
He said, was it 9-20 is what he was saying?
He said 9:20 left. It's 6-0.
9-20, 6-0.
Yep.
9-20 might be an NFL score that we would see, but not. I don't know if any field goal kickers on either of those squads. As here's Trahan in the backfield, takes the kickoff recovery, gets to about the 20-yard line, flags thrown. We'll check the flag.
Gets about 10 yards on the play. Flag on the field.
Personal foul. Face mask.
So personal foul, face mask, I believe, called on the kicking team. So a 15-yard penalty on the 40-by-80 field. That's a huge penalty.
Yeah, and that moves them almost to half of the field.
I formation for Riverside in their second offensive drive. Here's Trahan trying to push through the middle. Takes the entire Colts defensive line to stop him. Gain of a yard for 2nd and 9.
Yeah, they're expressing the fact that they really want to run it up out of that I formation, just run it down their throat. Hasn't worked well for him so far, but knowing John Trahan, there will be a hole that will open up and he'll break through. Keep an eye out for that.
Second down and 9. Here's the I formation again for Riverside. Ball handed off to Trahan up the middle, pushing through. Gain of about 2-3 yards on the play. Be about 2nd down and 6.
Actually, 3rd down on the play.
What was that?
It'll be 3rd.
That's right,
Yeah.
3rd down.
Just don't want to confuse people on street.
Of course. 3rd down and 6.
Gain about another yard on the play. 3rd and 7.
We may see a passing play here. 2 receivers on left and right. Here's Crutcher Azell. He's going to take the attempted rush up the middle. He's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage for several yards for a 4th down and 9.
Great read by Derek Jefferson there to see his lineman had gotten him in a great position and came in and ended the play.
It's another Knights 4th down.
You're going to go for it here on 4th down and 7 for a punt. And there's Jefferson in the backfield, catches it.
With a long kick.
It's a missed tackle. Here's Jefferson tackled from behind. Nice move by Crutcher Azell. 1st and 10 here for Christian Community on their own. Looks like 17-yard line.
Crutcher Azell has played well, but as it being his first time in there at QB, it's going to take him a little bit to get used to it. But great play on the defensive end, defending that punt return.
It's 1st and 10. Here's Rowley in the backfield with Jefferson to his left. Motion on the play. Dodderer. Extra blocker rush to Jefferson up the middle. Flag thrown. Jefferson trying to push through. Gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5. But let's check the flag.
Hold on the offense. Still 1st down.
Holding call on the offense.
Goes against the Colts.
So ball goes back, still 1st down. About 1st down and 20.
1st and 20.
Here's Rowley in the backfield again. Fakes the handoff to Jefferson. Scrambles around in the pocket. Avoids a sack. Hits it on the right side. It's caught. Nice reception by Micah Jones, the junior, for the first down. About a 20-yard reception there for the Colts.
Wow. He just broke a tackle, slipped out of the pocket into a 20-yard bomb to the 11th grader, Micah Jones.
So a first down and 10 for Christian Community on the 30-yard line. Rowley pitches it. Here's Jefferson again on the left side, trying to stay in bounds. Will cut back in, staying on his feet. Jefferson for the first down and more to the 32-yard line. Hopefully we've got a replay on that. First and 10, Derek Jefferson just showing his rushing dominance.
And again, this was a great play, but it's not.
Yeah, I see what the issue is here. We haven't started the replay buffer on our stream. Now we should be getting replays up, but such a great rush by Jefferson.
Yeah, and he's super elusive. You know, some guys try to tuck it back and end up losing yards, but he's quick enough to get to the outside.
First down and 10 on the 31-yard line. Motion. Rowley hands it off. Rush. That's Dotterer. Loose. Dotterer tripped up. It's lucky for Michael Black, the freshman, to trip him up there to prevent the touchdown, but a huge first down for Christian Community.
Yeah, Dotterer is somebody who's been getting to the outside the whole game. He just slips a tackle, and he goes 20 more yards before anybody can catch him. Great rush.
Ball loose, picked up by Dotterer. Manages to recover it. Jackson Dotterer gets forced out of bounds at the 13-yard line for about a second down and 4. The timeout called by Christian Community.
Gain about 3 on the play. Timeout, Colts.
The Kingdom.com Experience of the Week brought to you by Kingdom.com. The Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and Tennessee High School Football.com. Men over there who were influential to the Christian Community squad last year, Isaiah Webb, Colton Rollins, and unfortunately I'm missing the name of the other player there. James will probably correct us in a little bit on it. But 3 of those men influential on the national championship run last year for the Christian Community Colts.
And cool to see they're still involved with the school.
Rowley deep toss on the left side. It is caught for the touchdown. Brooks Pugh for the 6.
Pugh with the reception.
Now let's get replay on that. There we go.
Coach Stan Remax, first choice, touchdown.
Just look at this.
Colts.
Rowley sees the field and chucks it deep. Great hands by the receiver.
So another 6 points on the board for Christian Community early on. Another 2-point conversion attempt. We'll see if they make it a 14-0 game. Here's Rowley. Just going to rush it on the right side, almost completely untouched. The 2-point conversion is good. 14-0 the score with 4:21 left to go in the first quarter in the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week.
0.
set to kick off for the Colts, Danny Adams. Deep boot.
Danny Adams. Another 40
There's
plus
Trahan
yards.
again with the
Here, picks it
reception.
up.
Going on the left side, John Trahan trying to weave through, gets a good spin tackle
Through.
down to about the
Brought down
13-yard
on
line.
21. That's Pettit with the tackle.
Just a couple of steps from getting to the outside. With John Trahan, you really have to make him go inside or else he can lose you on the outside. Yeah, he scored a lot of touchdowns that way last year.
One of the big things to mention that the announcer just put in, that's J.D. Pettit with the tackle. Of course, Tim Pettit, the MTAC president, moving over to principal of Christian Community School. His son now on the football squad for Christian Community. Freshman making his varsity debut in a new school. First and 10 for Riverside. It's rolling out in the pocket. Here's Azell. Pass on the right side. Trahan catches it. Going on the right, trying to push through. Gets a gain of about 5 yards on the play for the 2nd and 5.
That's 25 Trahan.
You know, those linemen gave him a long time to pass that ball. They might look to pass a little bit more from now on.
Second and 5, Knights.
And we have a scoring update from James Shannon again. What do you got, James? Looks like that was an older text there as the ball is stopped up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play, 3rd down.
And the Knights try up the middle. No gain on the play.
And we thought James had an update for us there. Just looking at an old text. Timeout.
Timeout. What?
Timeout for the Knights. And we're going to step aside at the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week. Here's 3rd down and 5. Man to the right and left of Azell. Pitch on the right to Trahan. Avoids a tackle. John Trahan trying to push through. Looks like he gains the 1st down to move the chains.
That's number 25.
And they're finally driving. Let's hope they can put something together here and make this a ball game.
That's enough for Riverside.
And the Riverside Knights have a Division II championship to their name when the Middle Tennessee Athletic Conference had Division II. That was the 1st or 2nd year they decided to move down from 11-man to 8-man football. Since then, it's been a close to or just under 500 record. The Knights looking to change that this season. Here's Azell, pitch to Trahan on the left. John Trahan can't get it past the line of scrimmage. Will get a loss of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 12. And we have James Shannon for our sideline update.
Hey guys, Caden Dickerson, 30-yard interception return. 3 plays later, he punches it in. 2-point conversion pass is good. Knights lead 8-6 over the Warriors.
All right. Thank you,
2:28 remaining in the first.
Thank you, James.
Wow, that's a low-scoring game for Bowling Green.
Yeah, well, at least from what we saw last week, it is low scoring. As we're on 2nd and 12. Ball muffed with the snap. Ezell picks it up. He's taking a rush on the left side. He's going to be brought down by Brooks Pugh.
Ezell picks up the loose ball.
It's a loss of several yards on the play for a 3rd down and 15.
You know, this CCS defense.
It's headed the wrong direction for the Knights. 3rd and long.
So if you're looking at the clock right now, the time is right, except it's added 10 minutes. 1:56 left to go in the first. So once it hits 10 minutes, that's the end of the quarter. Whistle blown, I believe
Whistle on the play.
Timeout called.
Timeout. Blue.
Colts timeout.
Timeout called by the Colts. The Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week is brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way. And by TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. Here's 3rd down and 15. Ball on the 18-yard line. Here's Ezell in the shotgun looking for the pass. He doesn't have Trey in deep. Toss on the right side. It is caught into the end zone. Riverside touchdown for Michael Black.
What a toss.
The freshman gets the 6.
What a toss.
And we got a replay for that one. My goodness, what a play.
Look at this. Just throws it up. He trusts his freshman receiver so much. Just comes down with that ball. What was that? 60-something yards? That was an incredible catch.
A 60-plus yard reception. Riverside is still in it here in White House.
Now, Riverside's given up a lot of resistance, and I didn't think a lot of people expected that from last year. But this team is determined. This team has a lot more experience, and it's going to be exciting to see what they can accomplish this year.
Ball loose by Ezell. Push on the right side, incomplete. The 2-point conversion is no good. It's 1:43 left to go in the first quarter. It's a 14-6 lead for Christian Community. So kickoff here for Riverside. Riley Hall is their designated kicker. As Riverside is only down by 6. Ball booted to the right. Goes to the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we look again at that amazing touchdown pass.
And yes, people, you're seeing it right. They're within the 20 here. Huge touchdown pass.
at their own
He threw that
15-yard
straight up in
line.
the air, but it hit him right in stride. He didn't have to take a step left or right, just kept in his stride, and the ball came right into his hands. Great pass and great reception.
And again, Michael Black, a freshman, to make that big reception for Riverside. Fantastic play for the RCA Knights.
And if that doesn't get you going, I don't know what will.
Here's Dotterer on the right side,
off
taking a
Dotterer
rush.
around the
Flag
right side.
thrown. Dotterer just short of the first down marker. Let's check the
Gained
flag.
almost 10 on the play, but flag on the field.
Flags everywhere.
Holding on the offense. Still first down.
So it's a holding call, and there's an injured player for looks like for Christian Community from the sideline. We'll step aside for an injury timeout. .137 left to go before the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-6
Deep in their
game.
own territory.
He's picking up right where Isaiah Webb left off. I mean, as much as you could, but he's been having a great game so far.
First down.
Here's a first down and 10 on the 25-yard line. Looks like a motion on the play. Flag check.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Still first down.
A false start, 1st and 15 for Christian Community.
Another flag. 1st and 15. Colts.
There's a ball being rushed.
That's number 20.
That's James Reason.
Lassiter. And he's
Left
through two
side.
tackles, finally knocked out of bounds by number 7.
It seems like CCS always has an unlimited number of backs that they can just throw into the game and are going to get you 10 yards.
Lassiter.
Especially a big thing about that as well with Flanders is that he's making sure that he gives every one of his players on his squad time to play so that they have depth on their bench, whether it's their second string in or their third string in. All of them know the Flanders system.
Yeah, and the Flanders system brings out the best in every player, puts them in the situations that they know they can handle and they know they can perform well in, and it uses them to the best of their abilities.
Rally in the shotgun.
2nd and 6. Here's Rowley, fakes the handoff. Rowley rolls out to his right. Deep pass on the right side. It's caught with a diving catch. Stays in bounds. Micah Jones, the junior, with the big reception and a first down.
He's had a big game. He playing well defensively as well. Good snag by Micah Jones, the 11th grader.
You see that big pass on the right
Wow.
side there.
Going out of bounds. I saw him practicing that before the game.
Let's just hope we don't have anybody coming up here asking, wait, we need to check if it's a catch or not. 30 seconds and counting left in the first
I think
quarter.
he definitely caught it.
Yeah, now you acknowledge it. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Rowley fakes a handoff, ball loose. Rowley will fall on it at the 39-yard line.
Hey, and mistakes are going to happen. This is the first game of the season. It's just how you perform better down the stretch and how you learn from it after this game.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. 14-6, the Colts lead over the Knights. We have a game here in White House, Tennessee. The Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week is brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider, Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. Here's second down and long for Christian Community. Rush on the right side for Jefferson. Again, Jefferson just continuing to move around.
And he's finally brought down by number 8. That's Crutcher Ezel with the tackle in the backfield.
It's a big loss on the play. Third down and long for Christian Community.
They got about a third down and 25 here.
Third and really, really long.
They're going to need a big play here to get a first down. Or else this is probably punting territory for them.
Third down and about 25. Here's Rowley in the shotgun looking for the big pass. Toss on the right side. Incomplete through the hands of Jackson Dodderer. Fourth down and long. CCS bringing out the punt team.
And it's likely we're going to see the punt team here, which we didn't see much of last season. It's going to be interesting to see how good their kicker is because I don't think I've witnessed it yet.
Yeah, Christian Community hardly had to punt at all as their offense just either got a third down conversion or they scared people by going for it on fourth down.
But this team this year is probably headed in a different direction. They know that they don't have the manpower to score on every single possession, but it's about defensive stops. It's about working hard down the wire and making big plays. And this team can be successful, but you can't act like they're the same exact team that they were last year offensively and defensively.
Zach Head with the punt.
What a punt.
And Trey and back to receive, but it will head to the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Riverside will start on their own 20-yard line. .53 left to go in the second quarter. Riverside back on offense.
And the Knights.
Oh, stop the scoreboard.
Just a temporary outage there. We missed a safety. It was tackled in the back. It looked like it was a muff snap. Crutcher Ezel had to fall on it in the end zone on third down. So it is now 16-6 with 9:50 left to go in the second quarter as the Colts are back on offense on their 38-yard line.
Rowley.
This ball handed up the middle. Rowley.
33, Dodderer.
And there we have
wow,
a
the helmet piece came off.
Yes, it
I've
did.
never seen that before.
We have a second down and 4.
But this is an example of when a punt pays off for you. They were able to get 2 points and better field position on the kick return.
Rush up the middle. Here's Dodderer again. Brought down by Rebelski. Rebelski back in the game with a first down and 10. And we go back to James Shannon with our latest scoring update. What you got for us, James?
Hey, guys, 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Gage Holman puts it in the end zone. 2-point conversion, no good. 12-8. Knights lead the Warriors. Or Warriors lead the Knights.
Thank you, James.
Riverside.
As we still hear the scores from that game as well as the timeout called by Riverside. We will step aside for just a moment. So Wayne, it's
Jefferson. And he's through
Jefferson
two tackles.
loose. He
He's gonna go down
weaves
3,
through all
across the
tackles.
field, and he's in
Jefferson
into
in
the
for the
end
Colts
zone.
touchdown.
That's another Coach Dan Remax. First choice touchdown.
We got the replay here. Jefferson weaving in and out of traffic there. Oh, breaks several tackles and gets into the end zone, but it looks like we have a player down on the field.
Trying to see the number here. It's a Riverside player who is down. It's 33 for Riverside. Jackson Dodderer is down on the field.
Riley Hall.
Riley Hall.
Riley Hall.
Man, he's really been nursing something on the side of the field. Let's hope it's just cramping.
Riverside coming back on the field now. Looks like Riley Hall will be looked at on the sideline. .907 left to go before halftime. A 22-6 lead currently. We'll see what the two-point conversion brings us.
Colts look like they're lining up for two.
So rush up the middle by Rowley. Just short of the end zone. 22-6. The Colts lead over the Riverside Knights in the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week.
That's number 55, Jonathan Knox for the tackle. Two-point conversion's no good. 9 minutes remain in the half.
That's old.
We'll kickoff here for CCS. Deep. Trahan.
John Trahan back
Take
to
the
receive.
reception.
5-yard line. He's at the 10,
Gets
the 15.
to about the 17-yard line. Riverside's offense back to work.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can put a drive together. It's important for them not to get down now because they've played a heck of a ball game. They've remained in this game into the second quarter. If they score here, then they'll be able to get right back into this one.
Get back to James Shannon with our next scoring update. James may be having some technical issues here. We'll see about getting a scoring update from him when he gets there. He is. James' scoring update.
Still 12-8, 3:11 left in the second quarter.
Huge snap lost in the back of the end zone, and another safety for the Christian Community Colts. Ezel's center with a huge snap in the backfield. Make that two safeties for
Looks
the
like there's a
Riverside
flag
Knights.
on the field.
There is a flag. Let's check it first. We'll check the flag.
We have a hold on the offense. That penalty will be declined. The result is a safety.
So an offensive hold does not make any difference. Another safety for the
Back-to-back safeties.
Back-to-back drives. All right, James, what was your scoring update? That probably heard us for a little bit and then went back to watch the game. There he is.
Hey, guys, there's 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Still 12-8 Warriors.
All right, thank you, James, for getting us that scoring update from Bowling Green. We'll see if we can get the other scores from around the league.
Oh, and they're punting it here. So what is the rule?
That's
Can
the
they
only-
decide to punt or kick?
They can decide to punt or kick in 8-man football, it looks like. And CCS falls on it. That's Isaac Altum with the kick reception. But back-to-back safeties for the Colts. That looks like it was mostly higher muffed snaps that were the issue.
Yeah, it definitely was. But, I mean, a lot of inexperience for Riverside at quarterback. He's a guy who hasn't had an opportunity to play quarterback very much. So it's a learning experience, but they'll grow.
First to 10 for the Colts back on their offensive drive in Riverside territory at the 36-yard line. Rowley looking to his left. Shotgun pass. Caught.
Passes to the left.
It's a reception and first down for Brooks Pugh. First down at Christian Community.
And they're just doing the same thing on every drive. Short passes, trying to get their guys out in the open field, and runs to the two-headed dragon at running back.
Yeah, the Colts having a major amount of success in this first half thanks to Derek Jefferson and Jackson Dotterer.
And don't forget, their defense has gotten them a fifth of their points.
Exactly. Here's Rowley again in the backfield. He's going to be brought down for a sack. Big play by Riverside's. Trying to see his number here. There is a flag. It was an initial sack by 55 of Riverside. We don't have his number.
It looks like no flag on the field.
No flag on the field. Trying to tell his number there because there's no 56.
I think it's 66.
It could be Patrick Sims. Yeah, there's no 55 on there.
55, that's right.
John Knott. So Jonathan Knotts, we had him on our roster as 52. That's Jonathan Knotts with the big sack for Riverside. As here's Rowley, rush up the middle. Going up the middle, Jefferson gets out to the outside. About to the 26-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Blocking the back on the offense. Still second down.
So blocking the back on the Colts, and we go back to James Shannon again, another instant scoring update.
Hey, guys, 1 minute later of game time. Gage Holman has scored again. 2-point conversion is good. So the Warriors lead 20-8.
Thank you, James. Here's Rowley in the backfield. Deep pass up the middle. It is almost intercepted. That would have been a big break for Riverside's defense. Michael Whidden just could not get the reception in. Time called on the field.
Yeah, a little bit of a risky pass, but if you're Nathaniel Rowley, you're really trying to get that ball up.
There's a flag on the field waiting for the referee's ruling.
Holding on the offense. Still second down.
So holding call just voids it back. It's the Colts have the PA announcer at stadium says second down and 300. It's about second down and
35.
About 35. They would have to go on, possibly underground or out of the stadium if they did second down and 300. Certainly have enough field around for it.
Yeah, they'd be at their other field down the road.
Second down and long. Here's Rowley, scrambles to his left, pitches it out. Here goes Dotterer. Dotterer on the left side gets back a good amount of yards out of bounds at the 37-yard line in Knights territory. So about third down and 20-something.
Yeah, I gave it to Dotterer on the outside and was able to pick up about half the yards they needed to get to their initial line of scrimmage there.
6.5 left in the second quarter.
And the Colts are back across midfield.
Third down and about 20. Rowley.
Rowley looks to pass.
Looking for someone to pass to. He's being pressured.
Pressure
Rowley is going to toss it out across the middle. It is incomplete. Almost brought in by Micah Jones. It's going to be fourth down at about midfield.
Another great pass on the run by Nathaniel Rowley, but just couldn't corral it in.
Look like we may have a timeout on the field. Looks like the referees were signaling a timeout, but it is now fourth down for Christian Community.
Interesting to see if they'll go for it. They are in their opponent's territory. But it is, again, it is 4th and 20 here.
And they do call a timeout. Timeout for Christian Community.
Timeout. Colts.
Here's fourth down and about 20 for Christian Community. They're going to go for it instead of punting it. Rowley in the shotgun, scrambles around, trying to find somebody. He gets past Riverside, staying on his feet. He's finally going to be still on his feet. Takes 5 defenders to bring him down at midfield, and Riverside takes it over.
He needs more time to get that ball off.
And the Knights will take over near midfield.
And an injury for Jonathan. It looks like Jonathan Knotts is down on the field. Another injury timeout. First and 10 on the 40-yard line for the Riverside Knights, seeing if they could get a score before halftime. Plenty of time to do it. Here's Azell in the backfield, toss across the middle, intercepted! Micah Jones is going to take it all the way into the end zone. Weaves through almost to the end zone, tripped up. It looked like he was set to go for a pick six, but John Trahan stopping him. There is a late flag,
on the field,
but a big interception.
Oh, that flag went out after the play. Let's see if it's unsportsmanlike.
Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct. We'll get the replay after the, looks like the.
Don't know if we got it or not.
Referees getting their discussion here before issuing the penalty. Just getting a good discussion here, I believe, with one of the players. Trying to make sure they get it right. Here's the call.
Personal foul on the white. We have any ejection on the white.
Did you see which player got ejected from that one? It looks like it was 30.
Number 8.
He issued one of the numbers there. Raymond Hunt was ejected from the game, it looks like. Excuse me, that's Crutcher Azell. Their quarterback got ejected from the game. So Crutcher Azell out for the rest of the game and for the next game that Riverside has, which is an in-division game. They're at FCS. So Crutcher Azell, their starting quarterback, out for the next game.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for them. Sometimes you lose track of your emotions.
Sometimes you lose track of the camera battery, too, as it's in the end zone. Touchdown. That's by number 33, Jackson Dotter, for the reception.
That's number 33, Jackson Dotter with the reception. And that's Coach Dan Remax.
And we're going to get a scoring update from James Shannon. What do you got for us, James?
Hey, guys, 43 seconds left in the first half. Warriors have punched the ball in again. 2-point conversion, no good. It's 26-8.
Thanks, James. So 30-6 with 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to go before halftime, and already the ejection of their starting quarterback, Crutcher Azell. That's going to be huge for Riverside to not have him in the game against FCS next week.
Yeah, it's time for them to look at the third string. Not sure who that would be, but we'll see in the next possession.
Here's Rowley, rolls out to his left.
Rowley looking to convert.
And 2-point conversion is good. So 32-6 with 5:30 left to go before halftime. The Colts leading over the Knights. Just because of the penalty.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Close.
So due to the personal foul, it will be a kickoff from the 35-yard line for Christian Community.
That's
so
the crazy part about 8-man, because he's from the 35.
I'd like to thank our film guy in the box here for Riverside, telling us their third-string quarterback is Drake Rebelski, the freshman. So it's going to be interesting to see how he steps up as essentially their third-string quarterback, with their first being injured and second ejected. So he's at least in the game for two games. The officials' timeout occurring here, the referee having a discussion with his back judge.
Yeah, something doesn't seem right about kicking from the 35.
We've seen it before in some games like this where a personal foul has occurred right before a kickoff. It's not often that you see this. We'll see if we can get an update on what the ejection was for, whether it was unsportsmanlike conduct or an unnecessary flagrant foul. We'll see if we can get an update from that with the officials at halftime.
Tensions are high, though. He just threw a pick, and it was brought back for about 40 yards. Tensions are high. Wouldn't be surprised if he let the emotions get the best of him.
So they're bringing the ball back to the 30-yard line for the kickoff. The officials, I believe, were just getting something adjusted there. So it's back at the 30-yard line for CCS.
Well, if there's an ejection and it's for a personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct, wouldn't that be a penalty in and of itself along with the ejection?
The question is, does the coach have the option to enforce that on the kickoff or after the kickoff? So that might be what Flanders has elected to do, is enforce that after the kickoff. I think that may be what the case is here because they decided to push it back. It looks like what they're telling us is that they already assessed the penalty. It's ruled as a touchback in the end zone. They already assessed the penalty on the extra point. So it will be on the 15-yard line.
Hey, and I'm still learning that 40 by 80 game.
It's on the 20-yard line for the touchback. As Riverside is back on offense with Jake Rubelski will take the reins as the first string quarterback now for this game, and at least potentially guaranteed for the next game. Here's a handoff. Rush up the middle attempted by Riley Hall. Gets to about the 15-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage, second down.
Pushing up the middle.
Riley looks hurt. I think they should take him out of the game.
Not much of a gain on the play.
It's getting to a point where players are getting forfeited. Riley looks like he's been limping a lot. He's been having to come off. It's more important to save him instead of sacrificing him and try to get back into this game.
Creasy having a discussion on the sideline with Crutcher Zell. Given his take on it as John Trahan trying to take a rush is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Third down and about 13.
Colts stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11.
Clock winding down. Third down and 12. Flags thrown.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Still third down.
Against the Colts.
So encroachment, still third down. The Knights will have a 3rd and 6. Ball snapped for Belski, alone in the backfield. Deep toss across the middle. Almost. It's intercepted. How did he catch that? Johnny Stapleton with the interception.
Unbelievable catch. We got the replay here. Let's see if he caught this.
Juggled, ruled a reception. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's Johnny Stapleton.
You see that at the NFL level, but at the high school level, my goodness. What a catch.
It's about time for Johnny Stapleton to get some recognition, but they're not going to give it to him. I'd say that was definitely a catch.
Looked like it was an interception. They ruled it an incomplete pass. It could have hit on the ground. Your camera angle not getting it close enough. It looks like it's going to be a punt away for Riverside. Now, of course, Christian Community still getting the ball, even with the low punt by Hall. Knee down by Johnny Stapleton
That's number 18,
on the
Stapleton.
30-yard line.
He picks it up at the 30-yard line. Colts will take over there.
Now, as you look at the replay again on the catch here, Isaiah, or the potential catch, it looked like it almost was complete.
Well, let's check it out here. It bobbles, may have hit the ground right there.
That's
It's
probably
very
what.
hard to tell.
Yeah, from the official's angle there, it's very difficult to call on that, but maybe one of those when in doubt situations. Ball snapped, handed off, tripped up in the backfield. Big tackle by Riley Hall. He's not done yet.
Looks like his pain has gone away. A good rush defense by Riley Hall.
That's Hall. Stirring things up for the Knights.
Second down and 15 for the Colts.
5 on the play.
Clock continues to wind down.
15, Colts.
3:20 left to go in the first half. Here's Rowley in the backfield, fakes the handoff, looking for the pass across the middle. He's got it to Micah Jones, trying to juke out, gets on the sideline, will get forced out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Micah Jones has had a heck of a game so far. We also saw him in pregame. His ability to play quarterback too, very multi-dimensional athlete. As you see him hitting him in stride on the post play. Micah Jones able to get in the open field and gain about 20 yards.
So third down and 2.
Just short of the first.
2:59 left to go. All snapped, handed, ball is loose, and the Riverside Knights get it. Marcus Whitworth with the pickup.
Riverside falls on the ball. That's number 9, Marcus
Talk
Whitworth.
about ball awareness.
Yeah, exactly. And the first week, teams are going to make mistakes, and here CCS makes a big one, and it costs up the football with 3 minutes on the clock in their own territory. That's a big defensive play for the Riverside Knights.
Please make your way to the end of the field where Mini Cheer is prepping.
So first down and 10 for Riverside. They have a chance to get a score before halftime. I formation, handed off. Here's John Trahan on the left side. John Trahan pushes to about the 33-yard line for a second down and 5.
Gain of 4 or 5 on the play.
It's going to be interesting to see how they use this clock here. Got about 2.5 minutes left, and the clock is rolling. Let's see if they try to run it or put it in with time left.
Riverside.
Second down and 4. Pass across the middle.
And his receiver's overthrown. It's
Incomplete pass.
No gain.
So it's third down and 4.
3rd and 5, Riverside.
Got exactly 2 minutes left on the clock in opponent territory. We'll see how they control it.
Third down and 4, I formation for Riverside. 2 minutes left to go. Ball being rushed and tripped up in the backfield. Not much room for Raymond Hunt to go with the rush, and it's 4th down and 7.
Pettit with the tackle. That was number 7, Hunt.
Now it seems like a no-brainer to go for it here, but if they go for it, they're running the risk of giving CCS good field position with time left on the clock.
Clock running down with 1:20 left to go before the end of the first half, but a timeout is called. 1:21 left to go before halftime.
Timeout.
What?
Riverside.
Riverside calls the timeout. The Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week is brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider, Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. For Riverside, they are going to go for it here. 1:21 left before halftime. Here's the ball is loose by Riverside. Scramble for the ball. And they rule it to CCS.
And that's the risk that goes with it, going for it on 4th down, 40 yards away from your own end zone with over a minute left on the clock. Now CCS has an opportunity to make this even more of a blowout.
But the question is for CCS, do you just rush it here to close out the half, or do you run the score up one more?
It's going to be interesting to see because they received the ball in the second half. So there's no point in doing too much, but if you see something open up, remember that they're only at 40-something yards from their touchdown.
Motion on the play. Ball snapped. Rowley across the middle. Catch is caught! Staying on his feet. Micah Jones got that catch. Got it clasped right to his left leg.
Well, Spencer, now we see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it in one more time.
Let's see this replay on this one. What a catch.
Once that pass was on the way to Micah Jones, we knew he was going to be gone for 30 yards.
Big catch as the clock runs down.
They got 50 seconds left.
1st and 10 for CCS as they're going to try to get a score here.
Before the time runs out.
Rowley, shotgun, toss across the middle, deep pass, it is caught for the touchdown. Brooks Pugh with his 3rd of the night.
Nathaniel Rowley calling the audible with 40 seconds left on the clock. He's calling the audible, moving his guys around. He sees something in the defense and throws a 25-yard bomb to his receiver for a touchdown.
And the tumble catch on that one too, my goodness.
And where you get to see it again, calls the audible, throws it right to the outside, trusts his guys to catch those balls.
2-point conversion attempt. Rowley with a low snap, picked up and immediately stopped. James Reason in the backfield. 2-point conversion is no good. 33 seconds left before the half is over. It's 38-36 here in White House.
A few seconds on the clock. Before the second half lines out, Colts lead 38-6.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast on the 8-Man Extreme YouTube channel. Spencer Thompson, Isaiah Austin, Wayne Weathers, your crew for tonight. Live from White House at May Flanders Field. Both the Colts and the Knights of Riverside facing off. And again, the Colts defending national champions for 8-man football, looking to get a MTAC championship for the first time under Flanders leadership, and that all starts here. Riverside as well looking for their first MTAC Division I championship.
Touchback.
They were Division II champions when MTAC had Division II, which has since been replaced.
Those were the good old days.
Since been replaced with the MTAC Bowl.
You could just say you were a conference champion when you were the 5th best team in the league. We got one in my time.
But we'll see if the Knights attempt anything here on the last few plays before halftime.
I would expect that they would because they're giving up the ball in the second half. They need to set momentum going in.
Here's a pitch to Riley Hall. Riley Hall trying to push through, gets down, gain of about 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6.
And I'd expect them to just let it run out here.
That's all time.
And
You need to get your guys back and rested up for the second half.
They're going to try one more play, it looks like. Looks like Creasy communicated a play over.
Well, they got to hurry. They got 7 seconds on the clock, and they're still in the huddle.
Or they may actually just be tricking this to let it run out. And that's the end of the first half. 38-6, the Colts lead over the Knights at halftime. And let's get the quick halftime report going on here. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth. I'm Spencer Thompson. This is Isaiah Austin. That was Wayne Weathers on camera helping us. As always, this lens flare is amazing, but this game is even more intense as it's a 38-6 lead for the Christian Community Colts. And Isaiah, it's almost what we would have expected, but when Riverside got that score at 14-6, that's when Christian Community knew they had to step it up and not let a defensive failure like that happen.
Yeah, it was a good first quarter. I thought Riverside fought hard, but they just do not have the manpower to stay with the dynasty that is Christian Community, a team that always fields at least 30 players. It looks like a 11-man high school team out there. Looks like CCS is reloaded once again. They have a roster to make the postseason again and be dominant in the league. They have made a lot of mistakes, though. And I wonder when they're playing against teams like South Haven and stuff like that, if those problems that they have are going to be magnified. So we'll see.
Yeah, just a little bit of minor problems for Christian Community, but for Riverside, they've let 2 back-to-back safeties throughout the game. What's it going to take for them to rally back in the second half?
Well, I think a lot of issues are happening with cramping and injuries on the sideline. They did have an ejection to their quarterback. So right now, you just want to make this as honorable as a game, a teaching moment for your team. And really try to bring out the best in the guys in this one, because this is a very lopsided game right now. What character is built with adversity.
38-6 the score at the end of the first half. Christian Community leading over Riverside. When we come back, the second half for the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, which is brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider, Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and by TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. We'll be back in about 12 minutes. Welcome back. Start of the second half. Nice move by David West of Christian Community School. Gets down to about the 33-yard line for a first down. The score again, 38-6. Christian Community leads at the start of the second half. Riverside trying to make some form of comeback here.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough, but anything's possible in Amen. It doesn't help that CCS is starting off the drive in their own opponent's territory.
Here's first down and 10 for Christian Community.
Rally takes the shot.
Ball snapped, Rally hands it off. That's to James Reason.
He's taking down in the backfield.
He's taken down for a loss of several yards on the play.
That tackle. Loss of 5 on the play. Second and 15, Colts.
Here's second down and 16.
And if CCS scores here, the mercy roll starts.
Here's Rowley in the shotgun. Ball passed, almost picked off, but recepted.
Number 16, nearly
Isaac Altum with the reception for a third down and 12. How did he keep that pass in?
I feel like we've been saying that all game.
Almost
Almost intercepted, and it's caught. Oh, these receivers have really been showing out. CCS is showing that they want to pass it more this year as opposed to running the ball 20, 25 times a game. They really want to get the ball out in the air.
Here's third down and 13. Rowley in the shotgun. He's got Harper to his right. Ball snapped, pitched out to Harper. Here's Avery Harper, the right side, flag down. Gets about 4 yards short of the first down marker. Let's check the flag.
Flag on the play.
Delicious.
Holding on the offense. Still second down.
Penalty goes against the Colts.
Third down.
I normally don't do endorsements of concession stands, but if you're ever
This is the only exception.
But if this is the only exception so far, and I'm ready for anybody to prove me wrong. James has CCS bias, we all know it, but I'm going to take a little bit of concession bias and say by far Christian Community has the best concession stand that we have ever been to.
I just ate so much food before this, and I'm not hungry at all. I just had it almost done with the burger.
I still got my Philly cheesesteak up in the booth as Avery Harper gets a gain of a few yards on the play for fourth down and 12.
I'm super full right now, but I want another burger.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you like Philly cheesesteak, Isaiah, but this thing is fantastic.
I love it.
Yeah, they know how to grill fairly well. It is a fantastic meal. So the next time you're at Christian Community School, or if you ever go to Christian Community School this season, or if you want to just go to a game because you have a bye week, take one off. See, even our tech guy is wanting a bite of this Philly cheesesteak. That's how good it is.
Or you just pay admission, come in, get dinner, and leave.
Exactly. Or you could probably just ask them to get concessions, and they'd be fine with that because you're still supporting the school. Rowley on the right side, deep pass is broken up at the last second. Fantastic breakup by Michael Black to prevent the large reception. Turnover on downs. Riverside takes it over.
These fries are really crispy. All right, enough with concessions. Let's get back to the game.
This is the last I'll say of it, but if you're ever at a Christian Community game, or if you ever have the chance to go to a Christian Community game, 8-Man Extreme approves of the concession stand. Watch James give me a text like, what are you doing talking about concessions and all this stuff?
We need to make a helmet schedule for the concessions, just what they're planning to serve on any given night.
I think they give the same menu every night, but enough said about concessions. Let's focus on the game here. Here's the third stringer in the shotgun. That's actually Trayan with the quick pass intended for Jake Rebelski. And we now head to James Shannon with the scoring update. How's it going, James?
Hey guys, 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Bicycles chipping away. It's now 26-14, pending the 2-point conversion.
Your boys are making a comeback, Isaiah.
Okay, I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can here.
Hey,
these are all my boys.
Hey, yes, these are all my boys. You and James can have your bias as much as you want.
Yours is FCA.
No, it's not actually. 2nd down and 10. Trayan on the right side, incomplete pass intended for Raymond Hunt. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10. You know, I did graduate from FCA, you're right, but I don't really have any bias towards them anymore, you know? I think because of one school year separation now, it's I don't feel any bias towards them. Yeah, Wayne, technically going into my sophomore year at college, but I have one full school year that separates between my senior year.
I'm certainly not 1 year removed right now.
That's because you have a little bit more involvement with it. But regardless, we love all of them.
Everyone.
We love every team in 8-man football.
That's what we're here to do.
3rd down and 10, low snap.
Snaps nearly dropped. Out
and
to
Rebelski, Trayan again, pushing to about the 39-yard line, not quite across midfield. 3rd down and 5.
Looks like number 17, Schrum, and Nix with the tackle.
I'm surprised they didn't try to run it at all on that.
They tried one of those rushes on the play earlier in the game. But John Trayan has been this name. John Trayan and Riley Hall are the names that we have been shouting out this entire game. And we've got an update that we got a penalty marker on the play.
Illegal substitution on the offense. Still 4th down.
Fourth down and 11. In the shotgun. It's a punt away by Riley Hall.
And the nice line out for punt.
That's a nice boot.
Yeah, nobody deep to receive. Goes out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. And the Colts are back to work on offense.
Colts will take over at their own 25.
And just to give another update from James Shannon, Josh Austin is injured for the FCS Knights. He's going to be heading off the field and being looked at up in Bowling Green. Hopefully everything's okay with Josh Austin.
Yeah, apparently he's had a little leg injury going on the whole game, so hopefully it's something minor and he can get right back to the action.
First down and 10 on the 25-yard line. Here's Rowley in the shotgun. Scrambles. Daniel Rowley up the middle. Gain of about 8 yards on the play for 2nd down and 8.
That's Bunch with a takedown.
Fantastic movement there. Just Nathaniel Rowley able to see in front of him on that.
Yeah, has great ball carrier vision for a quarterback. Can tuck it and run when he needs to.
Rowley in the shotgun, Harper in the backfield.
Here's Rowley again. Toss off the right side, easy catch. Out to the outside, Johnny Stapleton into the end zone for a Colts touchdown.
It's coming back.
There was a flag on the play. It looks like it is going to come back. Injury for Riley Hall. Let's catch the replay. So a blindside block on the offense, an injury here for Riley Hall, so that touchdown is coming back. So good sportsmanship signed by Flanders to head over to the injured Riley Hall.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. And for Johnny Stapleton, he just can't catch a break. He apparently got an interception called back, and then now one of his teammates makes a bad decision and gets called back his touchdown.
And now let's head to James Shannon for another scoring update. James?
Hey, guys, 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Bowling Green has answered Gage Holman into the end zone. 2-point is no good. It's 32-14. Isaiah, sorry to tell you, but Josh had to be helped off the field a few minutes ago. No update on him yet.
Thank you, James. And, of course, Riley Hall getting taken off the field as well with his injuries, so several injuries tonight. And
several injuries these past few games.
And I did have a chat with one of the officials for the ejection of Crutch Rizal. He threw a punch, and that's an immediate ejection in high school football rules. So that is why he will be sitting out this game and the Riverside game against the FCS next week. And a big game for the South. So here's 24 CCS.
And a hold.
That's James.
We're going to see a hold. It's coming
right
back.
Side. And a hold call. We'll check the flag.
Penalty.
So many little mistakes.
Holding on the offense. Still first down.
So many little mistakes for CCS.
Just a lot of penalties in the last few minutes, just throughout the entire game. It's weird, you know, we've been seeing the last 24 hours with both of our games, they've been penalty heavy. And of course, that's kind of expected during the first week is because working out the initial kinks and such, but 15 offsides and 15 combined offside and encroachment penalties from yesterday's game and pulling over today about 20. It's a really interesting sight to see. As here goes the Colts. There goes Micah Jones getting tackled for a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
And he's brought down
now second down and 10.
And it seemed like there was some miscommunication in the backfield. He faked the handoff, but the running back wasn't coming across the front, but still confused the defense a bit and was able to break out for about 5 or 6 yards. As you can see here, running back goes behind instead of, oh, excuse me. No, that's a different play.
That's going back to the good highlight play we saw between with that touchdown that got called back due to the blindside block. Here's a rush ball, bobbled in, fallen on by Christian Community, it looks like. Ball loose on the rush.
That's number 3, Madden with a pickup.
It's recovered by Christian Community.
Madden with the recovery for the fumble.
No gain on the play.
Lucky break.
3rd and 10.
At this point, if you're CCS, you're trying to score one more time and get the mercy rule going. But if you're RCA, you're trying to prevent that as much as you can.
Here's 3rd down and 9. Rally again in the shotgun. He's got Reason. Pitches out to Reason. Ball loose. Picks it back up. Reason going, and it loses the ball again.
Nearly taken out of bounds. Finally taken down.
Lost for several yards. 4th down and 13.
This ball security is unbelievable. It seems like they're
Dead ball. Delay a game on the offense. Still 4th down.
So a delay of game for Christian Community. 3:48 left to go in the third.
Looks like number 77, Zach Head, to punt.
4th and 20. It's going to be punted away. Zach Head with the punt. Trahan initially back to receive, but it gets down to about the 21-yard line.
Right at the 20.
Both teams showing that they have tremendous punters.
The Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week is brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider. Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way. And by TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com.
And I just got word on Josh Austin over at the FCS game. It looks to be just a cramp, and he'll look to go back in the game.
Here's 1st and 10 for Riverside. Trahan on the right side. Pushing through for a gain of 6 yards on the play. The ball was loose but ruled dead before it popped out. 2nd down and 4.
Good carry around the right side. 5
Seems
yards.
like we have a timeout on the field.
2nd and 5, Knights.
We have a timeout on the field. We'll step aside from the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week.
Timeout. White.
Here's 2nd down and 5. Backfield pitched out to Trahan again. He's looking for the pass across the middle. Nice reverse play. 1st down and more for Riverside. Down to the 40-yard line. What a great reversal play by Trahan to Rebelski. And the Knights have a 1st down.
It didn't work well the first play of the game, but there it was wide open. Good to see Trahan using his arm on that one, faking out the entire defense and passing it to the outside. Look at that. Off his back foot, throws it across the field to the quarterback. That's number 2, Jake Rebelski, excuse me. And Jake Rebelski's only a freshman, so great play by the freshman.
First and 10 on the 38-yard line. And we got a penalty marker down.
Colts drawn all sides.
Dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. Still 1st down.
1st and 5, Knights.
So 1st and 5 for the Riverside Knights, down 38-6. The Colts have not quite enacted the mercy rule yet, but looking to try and do that.
Yeah, and if Riverside scores here, then it's going to be tough for them to do that at any point of the game with how things are going.
Here's Rebelski, pass on the left side, incomplete. Looked like a receiver, not in the area. 3rd down and 5.
Over his head.
A big 3rd down here to see if they can keep that clock stopped. If the clock starts running, this game is going to be over in the snap of a finger. So they want to try to slow this down as much as possible and get as much experience from this as they possibly can.
Second down and 5. 2:25 left to go in the third quarter. I formation. Rubelski looks for the pass. Scrambles around. Gain of about 2 yards on the play. Third down and 3.
That's Josh Madden.
And I believe we have a scoring update from James Shannon.
Hey guys, all threes in the third. Gage Holman found the corner again. It's 40-14 with the 2-point conversion. Good. Warriors on top.
Thank you, James. The Bowling Green Warriors staying at the top for their game, looking like they're going for 2-0 for the first time in their franchise's history.
Yeah, and on Sunday's show, you'll find out if I'm still sleeping on them or not.
Here's a pass on the left side, incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Trayan.
Throws it over.
1:37 left in the third.
4th and 5. Riverside.
It's good to see that Bowling Green has figured it out on the defensive end, though. I felt like that was a big issue for them coming into this week, but they seem to have corrected the things that need to be corrected and are on to the next.
Keeping a low score, especially against the young FCS Knights. As it's 4th down and 5, rush up the middle. John Trayan is going to get the first down and more. John Trayan with a good return. And let's check out the replay on that one.
Yeah, John Trahan so elusive, just cutting in and out of defenders. He's able to just pick up the first down and keep the drive moving.
First and 10 on the 25-yard line in Colts territory. Ball snapped. Rubelski looking for the pass across the middle. Incomplete. Off of the hand of one of the Colts.
Wow, they almost just got a pick. And
That
there
was
was open field in front of them.
And that would have been Jason Schrum, the freshman who would have gotten the interception, but unable to get it on that play. Stops the clock.
Pass broken up by Jason Schrum.
You know, coming into this game, I think I overestimated CCS's offense a little bit, but completely underrated their defense. I think their defense has been phenomenal in this game, and my predictions from the beginning of the year still stay strong with me for CCS.
We'll see if your predictions change for any certain teams that are playing tonight or possibly yesterday. We'll see if any of those change, either yours or James.
Hey, you'll have to listen to the show.
Yep, listen to Extreme Radio presented by Grace Point Healthcare. 1:01 left to go in the third. There's a timeout on the field.
Timeout.
We will step aside from White House.
Just a minute left. Timeout. Riverside.
Trying to spin out. It takes almost the entire defensive line to take Trayan down for a gain of 4 yards. John Trayan, just an unstoppable force for Riverside.
Yeah, and he's put together almost this entire drive for Riverside. Riley Hall's hurt. Yeah, there he is on the sideline right there. So he's the last all-star left on the field right now.
Here's 3rd down and 6. Ball snapped, handed off.
Hands off number 7.
It's an attempted rush up the middle by Raymond Hunt.
Great strength.
Gets a big push and a big first down for Riverside. They have 13 seconds left.
That was a really strong rush up the middle.
First down.
Nine seconds and winding down. We'll see if Riverside can get one play off before the quarter's over. And they will not run it. 38-6 at the end of 3. 12 minutes left in regulation as the Colts lead by 32. .com, the ministry technology provider. Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. Penalty marker on the play.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Still first down.
So false start on the offense. 1st and 15 for Riverside.
First and 15, Knights.
Here's Rubelski in the shotgun. Two men to his right and left. Rubelski high snap, scrambles around. He's pressured, gets a pass out to Trey, and intended flag thrown and incomplete.
Rubelski
Flag thrown by the official.
tries to find his receiver. It's incomplete. Penalty.
Holding on the offense. He first down.
So 2 penalties in a row.
And the Knights
2 penalties in a row for the Riverside offense.
Yeah, and I was expecting to see intentional grounding on that play, but he was a mile out of the pocket. But they get hit with the hold, and now they're faced with first and 30.
Another 1st and 30 situation. 1st and 30 on the 35-yard line. This ball snapped. Trayan gets the ball again. Left side, almost the ball is jarred loose but ruled down by contact. So not a fumble recovery for CCS.
If they're going to run that sweep play, the ball needs to get out of the quarterback's hands quicker because the defense has plenty of time to read that before the ball is in the halfback's hands. What is this, Spencer? Is this 2nd and 36?
Looks like it. It's a huge deficit.
They got half the field, literally.
Yeah.
We're playing 40
half
by
the
80.
field to go unless there's a miracle penalty. Here's 2nd and 36. Ball snapped low. Here's a rush by Rubelski. Toss on the right side. It's caught. There's Raymond Hunt. Huge gain to get it back to about 3rd and 9.
He carries it a few more yards. He's brought down by number 21.
Great toss by the QB, as we can see here, making up for a ton of ground. As we were just talking about, they were backed up super far. They're almost back to the initial line of scrimmage. Great play by the receiver. And that would be number 7, Raymond Hurt.
Here's a rush.
Trahan up the middle.
As Trayan gain of about 2 yards, 4th down
Gain of
and
a few on the
6.
play, wrapped up by 22. Runquist.
Now, if you're CCS's defense, you're exhausted. You've been on the field for several minutes of regulation now, and you're just ready to get a stop and get your offense back out there to finish this game out. As we still have 10 minutes on the clock.
No mercy rule enacted yet, as the rule is 35 points or more to enact it. So the Colts trying to make a stop here. It's low snap by Rubelski, gets brought down in the backfield. Huge sack. Turnover on downs. The Colts get it.
Well, Spencer, just looking at this game, it definitely does look like CCS did indeed reload from last year. Had a lot of guys that they brought back that had playing time last year, and guys that went through the JV program and are ready to play. This team is set.
Community. 9.5 left to go in regulation as the Colts are trying to finish it out here at home. Again, the defending national champions, their home opener was supposed to be last week against Sacred Heart. So technically the Colts are 1-0 on the season with that forfeit from the Sacred Heart Knights, unable to make it out to Christian Community for their game.
So it's good for them to have a 1-0 win in the column.
So here's a rush on the right side. That's Brooks Pugh again. Brooks Pugh, a huge rush on the outside to the 35, but a flag on the play. I think this may be going back.
I think it's going to be another block in the back.
Holding on the offense. First down.
So another holding call for the offense. They bring this back for Christian Community.
And as we can see on the film, to the right side of the line, we see somebody go down. Yep, there it is right there, number 11.
You know, that's been the story of the game for both of these teams. Have been penalties on big plays that have made them call it back.
Yeah, and it's unexcusable. But then again, it is the first game of the season. They're going to have a week of practice to figure out these little kinks in their game plan and really try to come out next week and perform.
Speaking of those little mistakes, there was one with a low snap, bobbled, intended for Avery Harper. Managed to fall back on it. Loss of several yards for a 2nd down and 13.
You know, I think this comes as a shock to some people, but the Christian Community School, they are humans. As crazy, as unhuman as they looked last year, as unbeatable, even though, shout out to South Haven, but as unbeatable as they seemed last year, these teams have flaws, and we're now seeing CCS making a lot of mistakes here, but a great ball game altogether for them.
2nd down and 13, another muff snap, but a flag on the play. I think a false start.
Flag on the field.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. Still 2nd down.
Another penalty on the Colts.
So again, another penalty on the Colts, 2 back-to-back plays. 2nd down and about 18. And we have a scoring update from James Shannon as we watch this play. What do you got for us, James?
Under 11 minutes to go on the ball game. Bowling Green's got up another score. It's 46-14. BGCA going to go 2-0.
Thank you, James. Potentially Bowling Green going 2-0 for the first time in their franchise's history if that score holds out. And we'll of course see. That'll be interesting to see if Bowling Green could go up 2-0, especially against 2 South teams.
Yeah, they're definitely showing that they can hold their weight in the South, and if they get to the playoffs, we'll see about their South matchup. But Bowling Green, I'll spoil the show a little bit. Last week I said Bowling Green, they're going to have to give me one more week, and then I'll stop sleeping on them. I'm done sleeping on Bowling Green. The big issue is defense, and giving up 14 points to a young athletic team, that's impressive. And I'm not sleeping on Bowling Green anymore. So if you want to hear my opinion, hear James' opinion, listen to A-Mainstream.
Yep. Sunday we'll recap this game as well
4
as the other 2 games. That's 4 p.m. Sunday, Extreme Radio presented by Grace Point Healthcare. So here's a rush by Brooks Pugh again. Brooks Pugh is off to the races, outside, no flags. Touchdown, Christian Community.
And he's across the goal line. That's a coach stand rematch. First choice.
My goodness, what a play.
Yeah, and Pugh, oh my gosh, he just got right into the open field and took off. Nobody could stop him except John Trahan made the effort. And I'm going to say, as a senior, as the sole senior on that team, that's what the young guys need to see. Tries to catch up to him and make the tackle. Sadly, just a few steps short. But great effort from both players and great run by Pugh.
And there he is, John Trahan at the end, trying to get that tackle in. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt. The mercy rule will be enacted at this point, to my knowledge.
I think right after the 2-point conversion.
Ball attempted for the 2-point conversion.
I feel like this is going to be an issue for the CCS team. They don't run smash mouth football at all, so it's going to be rough for them to get these 2-point conversions this season.
44-6 with 7:02 left to go in regulation. The Colts trying to close it out here against Riverside. Danny Adams for the kickoff. The mercy rule will be enacted after this kickoff. After that, are on the first offensive play of the drive. Here's the kickoff back into the end zone for a touchback.
Nearly picked up by Whitworth, but it's a touchback.
And they will start the clock for the mercy rule.
The Knights will take over at their own 15.
Of course, if you aren't already aware, be sure to stick to our Instagram live feed where we will have the post-game handshakes. We'll get an interview with the victorious coach, Jordan Flanders, and we'll recap tonight's game as well as give an address of Bowling Green's game as much as we will know at that point and preview a little bit of Sunday's show. It's all coming up on the post-game report. We will have that for you on Instagram Live at 8-Man Extreme. Riverside trying to get some other score here as Trahan will take the rush on the right side.
He slipped through a couple tackles.
Going to get stopped.
And several Colts
And they will continue the clock to run down.
Gain about 5 on the play.
It looks like 6 more minutes in this game unless Riverside can come up with a score. Great effort tonight by Riverside, but just not the manpower to stay in this one with CCS.
And there's an injury timeout for CCS, speaking of which. They'll stop temporarily for that at 6:02. So it didn't catch the Colt that was injured on that play. The athletic trainer is looking for him. The athletic trainer is going to look for him. A false start for Riverside.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. Results of the penalty will be a first down.
And that penalty goes against the Colts.
So that's a first down.
First down.
It's first down still for Riverside as we're under 5 minutes left. Flag thrown. Make that 3 flags thrown. We'll have to see what the officials rule here.
There's a few flags on the field. Penalty.
Looks like all the refs saw something.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. Results of the penalty. First down.
That penalty gives the Knights another
So
first
automatic
down.
first down with the personal foul. Face mask moving the ball to the 30, about almost the 35-yard line
Riverside
in
moves
Colts
into
territory.
Colts territory. First and 10.
Clock winding down with 4 minutes left. So first and 10 for Riverside on one of their last offensive drives. Rush up the
Handoff to
middle.
Hunt up the middle.
It's Raymond Hunt getting a gain of about 4 yards for 2nd and 6.
You know, and they're driving down the field right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see them put a score in before this clock hits
Tied
0.
up by
But it's going to take them all working together
And
against this
Worley.
defense that's really shown out tonight.
Gain of a few on the play.
So 2nd and 6
Second
with
and
3.5 left.
Knights.
Ball handed off.
Handoff. That's
Here's
Trahan.
Trahan
Make his way
again,
up.
pushing through for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. Make that about 2nd down and 2. Looks like down on the 27-yard line
And
for a
he
3rd
carries
down.
few Colts for a few more yards. Tackle by Strum and Worley. 3rd and 2.
Here's rush on the
Gonna pitch to the
outside.
backfield. Hunt.
And here's a rush on the outside.
Sideline.
Leave push just out of bounds.
Just inside the 15.
Raymond Hunt on the rush for Riverside. And we've got a scoring update from James Shannon. James?
Hey guys, I actually have a game update. Due to injuries, Coach Witherington has asked that the game be stopped. And so at 48 to 14, or 46 to 14 rather, 8:31 remaining in the ball game. This game is over, and Bowling Green moves to 2-0.
So a surprise. Thank you, James. Surprise there for injuries. Witherington asking for the game to stop.
You know,
Timeout.
week 1, you don't want to
Timeout.
lose all your guys quite yet. So
Blue.
I think it's a fair move by Coach if he felt like that wasn't right for his team.
We've got 2:04 left to go in the game. 44-6. The Colts wrapping it up here. Trying to get a shot here of the head coach for the Colts. See if we can get him here. There's a pass on the left side. Is caught by the
And that pass is
Colts.
picked off.
All right, if we could get a shot here for Coach Jordan Flanders of the Christian Community Colts. He's in his fourth.
Where is he? There he is.
He's in his 4th season as the head coach for Christian Community at a record of 26-9, moving that to 27-9. He has won the national championship with the Christian Community Colts as of last year, but has not quite gotten the MTAC championship yet. And if we look down at Travis Creasy as well of Riverside Christian Academy, he's in his 6th season of football overall. He's the guy right next to 24 there. There he is, my man. Travis Creasy in his 6th season at 27-23 overall. He helped lead them to a Division II championship when MTAC had Division II. led them to that point. About a minute left in regulation and winding down. So Creasy will take another loss on the season, his overall record, as he leads the guy into their next game against FCS without their second string quarterback. And a delay of game here.
And they might just let the clock run down.
Dead ball. Delay a game on the offense. Repeat first down.
So delay of game. They're just going to let the clock run down here with 20 seconds left to go. I believe Riverside will take the Colts will take one more snap here and just take the rush up the middle.
And Pugh takes the snap. He's up the middle.
And it's a rush of several yards. And that'll do it here from White House. 44-6, the Christian Community School Colts victorious over the Riverside Christian Academy Knights. Get their first win, their first official win as defending champions, technically 2-0 with the forfeit win against Sacred Heart. And we are going to step down to the field for the post game. Head to Instagram Live for that. On behalf of Isaiah Austin, Wayne Weathers, thank you for tuning in to the Kingdom.com Extreme Game of the Week, which was brought to you by Kingdom.com, the ministry technology provider, Grace Point Healthcare, modern medicine the old-fashioned way, and TennesseeHighSchoolFootball.com. We will see you all for the post game on Instagram.